Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a day in the life of a rest day for me. Every Sunday I take the day off from work so that I can rest and rejuvenate for the week. Rest. To cease one's movement in order to relax, refresh oneself, or recover strength. It can be really difficult to rest, but I find it to be so important. Our physical bodies need rest, but so do our minds and souls. I definitely like the idea of slow living. However, I know that this is countercultural. There is so much to keep us busy, especially for someone who is goal-oriented and driven. So I do have to force myself to rest once a week. In addition to focusing on slowing down on this day, I also choose to stay off of social media on Sunday. The way this looks for me is just not answering comments and not scrolling down these social media platforms. Instead, being intentional to just check for important messages.
Arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, adventurous, reckless, strong with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God.
Often on Sunday, I will catch up on watching fellow YouTubers' content. I do love to support fellow YouTubers, and I have a beautiful community of women who we support one another, and so I often will catch up on their videos on Sundays. Okay, y'all, I needed to come down to my son's apartment to take him grocery shopping, so that's where I'm at now. After I ate my brunch, I actually helped my husband finish setting up his office. He starts a new job tomorrow, so technically that was kind of working, I guess, but I did spend some time with him as well. And then I also made my youngest son some lunch. But now I'm gonna head to the grocery store with my older son and take him shopping. Okay, I'm back home. I got a little bit more coffee, and it is such a beautiful day here in Austin, so I'm actually gonna sit outside to read for a little while. There are several things that I like to do kind of intentionally on Sundays, and first of all, it's definitely to read my Bible and pray. I actually do this every morning. But in addition to that, I like to listen to some sort of sermon. I like to try to get outside unless the weather is bad, too hot, too cold, raining. But I like to get some fresh air and just be intentional about that. And I also like to read. There's a couple of different books that I'm reading now, so I just pick up whichever one seems like I'm feeling in that moment. But I did want to say, I mentioned that I was helping my husband a little bit in his office. I was just finishing up helping him set up his office. And I actually will have a video kind of detailing that whole process of turning my son's room into an office slash like his room, or a space for him to stay when he does come home from college. So I will definitely be sharing that on my channel coming up. I'm not exactly sure when that video will come out, but it will be after this video. So that is what I'm up to now. After I spent some time outside reading, I went inside to get a snack, and I also watched some Netflix for a little while I was eating my snack. I do like to do some relaxing activities, just like watching YouTube or watching Netflix. While I was helping my husband set up his office, I noticed because of how we arranged the furniture that I needed to move this artwork over a little, and I decided to go ahead and get it done even though it was Sunday, because my husband was starting his new job the next day and I knew it would be challenging to get in there once he started working in there. But I am giving you a sneak peek here of my husband's office slash son's room, little bit of a makeover. I will be sharing that whole process in a future video, so you can definitely look forward to the entire video, but just thought I would give you a sneak peek since I was working on this on my rest day. After I finished up in my husband's office, I started on dinner, and I made a very simple dinner on this night. It is just a vegan chili. It is simple because everybody can and will eat it. I will be showing you some ingredients that I'm putting in this chili just to show you how I made it on this night. Honestly, every time I make chili, it's a little bit different because I basically just use what peppers and onions or other items I have on hand to throw into the chili. Thankfully, my husband does do the dishes on Sunday nights, and I typically just allow the dishes to stack up for the entire day, and he is gracious enough to go ahead and take care of the dishes from the entire day so that I can have a break from doing dishes once a week. One thing that I did want to share is I am the type of person that is a stickler to rules, and so I can really beat myself up when I have moments like earlier in the day when I wanted to and felt like I needed to go ahead and take care of my husband's office, but I do try to have some grace for myself and recognize that the boundaries are there just for me to ensure that I spend the day where I'm mostly resting, but it's okay if I end up doing some work on these days and I just don't beat myself up for it, recognizing that for the most part I did rest that day, and there are many Sundays where I don't do any work at all. So this was definitely a unique Sunday, but I did want to share it since that is what was happening on this day. And here I'm just showing you I served the chili with some plant-based cheese and some cilantro. We also had some Fritos to go along with this chili. I ended my day with a bath and spending some time with my husband in the evening, but I hope this video was inspiring to you and encouraged you to maybe find some time in your week to really schedule in rest. It is so important, and it definitely rejuvenates your body and your mind. Thank you so much for watching my video until the end. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thanks, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.